So I hope all is well, and I'm really excited to be making this video. And I particularly enjoy these types of videos when it comes down to sitting down on a whiteboard and explaining some concepts to you, because I find it's often these videos that I can actually impart some really valuable knowledge onto you, especially if you're considering building an OnlyFans management agency or you're currently in the process of building an OnlyFans management agency. Now, what I want to talk about in this video is how to view your OnlyFans agency, okay? Because lots of people go into the OnlyFans agency with the wrong mindset. And if you go in with the wrong mindset, you're going to end up with a different outcome to the outcome you're hoping for or expecting. So look at your OnlyFans agency as a garden, okay? Now, like with every garden, you need to look at the soil. You need to analyze the soil. Now, as you're looking at a market, you can look at it in the sense of I'm viewing this market, I'm viewing the strengths of my market, I'm viewing the preferences of the audience inside this market before I'm picking this market to go into. Now, what I mean by that is I mean by looking at your model in terms of her strengths and characteristics that you can expand upon. So as an OnlyFans agency, I believe this is like a forgotten concept, but you're a talent management agency, okay? TMA, talent management agency. That's exactly what we are. Our job is to find talent, accentuate talent, and then we reap the rewards as a result for doing this. So instead of going into the market just looking to get any model out there, what we do is we look in the market and we look for the best models to select. So we look at the strengths of the models that we do select as well. So for example, they may have particular assets in terms of their aesthetic that is very good for marketing. So I'm talking about if they've got a big ass or a big bum or big boobs, something like that, you know, it's all good for assets. Or if they're very petite, then it's a complete different niche. Or if they've got a very mysterious look, then you can go into the BDSM niche. So there's all these different niches out there, and you need to look at the model for what she is, and then kind of look at what market she's best to go into. So you can look at the model as a seed, and you can look at the soil as the market and say, okay, which market is going to be the best for this model, okay? So once you've selected a good model, and you've found a good market to apply that model to, then what we need to do is we need to plant the seed. So plant the seed in the market. Now, when planting the seed, it's kind of, you can look at it as the onboarding process. So to get a model onboarded, you need to make sure that she's well catered to. So when you plant a seed in a soil, you're making sure that the seed has everything it needs in this soil, okay? So it can generate good, strong roots. So you're making sure it has water. You're making sure it has, it's got good sunlight. You're making sure that the soil is nutritious. So you're making sure, and it's covered within the soil. So you're making sure that the seed is placed very intently. So in an agency, this kind of looks like, client reporting, okay? So client reporting, content management. So getting and collecting content from the model and managing it and sorting through it effectively. It could be through the form of a welcome pack. So we send welcome packs to our models to basically show them what's up with our agency and how to navigate everything. So taking care of the model in a different type of way. So now that we've selected the model, we've onboarded the model, then what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're regularly caring and nurturing for this model in order for the model to sprout into a flower, okay? So in terms of this caring and maintenance, it looks in the form of looking at accounts and making sure that we're hitting two key performance indicators. So increasing number of subscribers, okay? Number of subs. And then as well as that, retaining more subscribers or increasing the lifetime value of subscribers, okay? Now, I apologize for my web whiteboard writing. I know it's shocking. One day I'll get better. But that's what it looks like. So in order for the model to flourish, we need to make sure that we're watering it, so getting a consistent flow of leads coming through. And we need to make sure that it's getting good sunlight. So when it does have what it needs in terms of subscribers, then we can make sure that we're actually making those subscribers useful in the back end. Because a model could have thousands of subscribers, doesn't necessarily mean the model's making any money, because the model needs to be making more money in the back end from the subscribers. Otherwise, she's going to be capped at a very low price. So ideally, you're looking for at least, $140 lifetime value each subscriber. Some of them are going to be way more than that. They're going to be tens of thousands. Some of them may be way less than that. But average, you're looking for at least $140 for a subscriber every single month to be coming from them. Okay, so $140 is what we're aiming for per subscriber in the account, and you can adjust your lifetime value mechanisms, such as your pay-per-views, your sexton sets, your custom requests, your chatting operation, to make sure that you're effectively doing that. Now, as always, in the garden, some flowers end up getting tangled or they turn into weeds, okay? So we have some flowers that come through, and then some of them don't end up forming into a flower. Some of them are just going to become weeds. And it's important that we need to make sure that we're also addressing this situation. Too many agencies stick with a bad model for too long, okay? Remember that. Because I see time and time again an agency coming to me saying, the model didn't quite do what we're looking for when it came to creating content for this. And they come back on the next call and they say the same issue. Okay, well, if the model hasn't done it, then get rid of the model and get a different model, or focus on the other models. Because if your attention is diverted to taking care of these weeds and nurturing these weeds, then the flower is going to suffocate, because it's not going to be they've all got roots down here to get water. The weeds have also got roots, and its roots are going to be stealing water away from a flower, okay? And we need to make sure that doesn't happen. And the way we go about doing that is by getting rid of these weeds. One good model is worth 10 bad models. Really remember that. Now, the next thing I want to look at is harvesting. So once we do have a good model, then we can harvest it. We can reap the rewards from finding ideal soil, planting the seeds, so finding the ideal model and the ideal market to promote that model into, planting it and taking care of the model in terms of a thorough onboarding strategy, making sure the model's looked after, and then maintaining and watering that model, so increasing the subs, focusing on the lifetime value of subs, getting that subscription price up in terms of that lifetime value. And then also getting rid of bad models, because that's an inherent part of a talent management agency. There's going to be some models you think are talent, which turn out not to be talent. And there's going to be some models you anticipate not to be talent, but they end up talentable. So taking care of that. And then as a result of that, we can harvest and we can take the money. So we're going to be getting paid for our labor. Okay, so I thought this was a very interesting analogy when looking at, an OnlyFans agency, and looking at it from a talent management perspective, rather than a very quick rapid fire. Okay, let's get a ton of models in. Okay, we've got 20 models signed this month. Let's run some basic systems to promote them. Oh crap, we're not making that much money across all our models. Oh crap, then we're losing these models. You don't want that. You want to be focusing on a few key players, really focusing on their accounts and making a lot of money from them. Okay, so if this video is valuable to you, hit the like button, subscribe button, and I'll speak to you in the next one.